Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in my little town of Belfair, Washington, Hickville, USA. I am going to get little Jissa to get me a t-shirt, hoodie, well, a zipper hoodie because I really don't like hoodies. I don't like the way the neck is, to say Belfair, Washington, Hickville, USA. She does Cricut, and she does a great job. Anyways, welcome to my channel, everybody. I would be so proud to wear that shirt. I would wear it with fondness in my heart. I just really would. So this is April 2025's Paper Pumpkin alternative video number 18. Oops. Yes, I'm trying to get a video in before I drive my daughter to her, occupational health appointment for her back. She has a stick shift, and that doesn't do well with the bad back. I know this. So I was just at my mammogram appointment. That was done. So let me take off my bracelets. I love these. These are Nugu or No-Goo bracelets. And if I could, I don't know if I could get it to. They glow in the dark. Justice got them for me. And I love that about them. They're very fun to wear, and I do love putting them on and wearing them. So anyways, welcome to my channel, everybody. So this kit is called Inked Occasions. It's April 2025's kit. Of course, you could have made 3 of this card, 3 of this card, and 3 of this card, and the envelopes are all the same. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome, and please note that you will not see any of the cards as they were designed on this channel, as I like to do my own thing with one box. And I tend to get quite a few cards from this. I use lots of things from my stash, from the dollar store, the thrift store. I like to bring in retired stamp sets. I bring in things that have been given to me. I bring in old paper pumpkin stamps. You guys, we all have things in our stash, our stamp room, things that we have purchased. And guys, we bought them. We should use them, right? That's my idea anyways. So this QR code would lead you to a video to show you how to put these kit together as it was designed, a visual of everything in the kit. And if you were thinking, yes, I'm going to say it, that this kit is lacking, that is my word for this kit. It is beautiful, but lacking, because the colors are very, very beautiful. That could be why they omitted some things. But there are like the flowers down here. They could have used a few little blings, some rhinestones, some adhesive back sequins. Just a little pop would have gone a long ways for this. Even some twine or twine behind, like where they have the, let me show you. A little twine or something, gold twine behind the congratulations. Maybe a bow here for under hugs. Yeah. There a little bit more would have been great for this kit. So down here it lists the coordinating colors. Now video 1 through 5, I show you everything that goes in the kit. I go through all of that. After that, we just kind of mosey along, kind of like Hank. And today Hank got in trouble, guys. Yeah, he's riding the bus. He's not waiting till Monday to ride the bus. He's riding the bus home today. Yeah. What did he do? He left the classroom. He went to go get a donut for breakfast at school, which he didn't need because he already had breakfast because I fed him before I left. But he said, I'm going to get a donut. He didn't ask permission. He just walked out of the classroom. Oh, that did not fly. And that did not fly with us. So they called in. She's like, you tell that kid he's riding the bus home. Papa is not picking him up. He is to ride the bus. So, yeah. Yeah, Hank's got it. When he comes home, Papa gonna reel into him. So anyways, this one would lead you to a set of 4 add-on dies called Hugs a Bloom, and they coordinate with April, May, and June 2025's kit. But you can use these with anything, but you must be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to purchase them. So the stamps for this set are thinking of you. Congratulations, you are amazing. I'm here for you. Hugs, sending my love on your retirement to the happy couple. And then we have 3 butterflies. Now these 2 down here are 1 unless you cut them apart like I did. Here, as you can see, right there is where I cut the little butterfly off. And where is it? It is right there. And it will go right back, squeeze it together, and you'll have the 2 together if you like. So we're using another die that Phyllis sent me. See, I told you I'm using things that I have. And I was out and about because I was in Silverdale. Got a check in the mail from, I don't know, something from, it was kind of weird. It was a check from it wasn't much. It was like $50 from USAA class action lawsuit. I didn't even know we were part of it, but it was only $50. Imagine millions and millions of people. So that everybody got like $50. Hey, but it helped. It put gas in my car and it got me to the dollar store. Yeah. Not much else than that because I needed to fill up some gas. So I found these at the dollar store today, which these would look very, very pretty with this card base. Look at those colors, right? So I got some of these. And then butterflies are back in at the dollar store, everybody. And I was good. I bought one set of these for my Aunt Carol, which I already put over there. And then I got her some of these because I don't think we have these. I could be mistaken. So this one is hers. That's going with her Mother's Day belongings. And they only had one of these. So I'm keeping these. And we're going to use one of these because look at the gold on there. But the butterflies were back in. And I got these. Now these I'm going to split with her, right? And in fact, I can just cut these like right up here, the middle. I've already used some of these. Oh, these are mine. These fell out of the thing. I thought these were ones that I bought. I thought I bought these. Nope. I bought some. Where are the ones that I bought? My drawer jumped out. Where are the bling that I just bought? I bought bling. I bought a thing of bling. I put them in and then it was like, oops, no, I need to share those. Okay. Oh, well, I'm not going to. Oh, it's under the desk. We're not going to do that, but I will still share this with Aunt Carol. Here we go. That's my half. That's going with her stash. Over there, I got the glue in the armpit. So we're going to use those. We're going to use those. Those are going to stay over there. So this, we're going to use this 1/2 of that card base. I have a white card base 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. And no, I do not have anything written down yet. We are using this die that says Hugs to replicate the Hugs ephemera from the kit, right? And I have done it in gold. Right? Some gold, just gold paper. And then I have this envelope, which I saved from the mail because, you know, I have the large window envelopes that I make shaker cards up. Yep, we're doing a shaker card. But some of you said, oh, I can use some from the mail. So you can. Now this one, of course, it has this little bit here. So we're going to have to cover that up. So what do I have to cover it up? I have this left over. This is a piece of vellum that has a piece of the gold washi tape on it. And I have this little bit of pink. So we're going to cut those down. I'm just going to use scraps of them. Or we could even use some of the washi tape here, possibly. But we're going to cut this down. And then if you are using this gold foil paper and you have a cutting plate that is all scored up and mucky, and sometimes when you go to cut this out, it will do that impression onto your foil paper. So there is a trick to not get that. What you need, and pardon mine is got stuff on it, but it does work. So you need a piece of acetate. This is actually a shim that came with, or it's a piece of plastic from something. I do have a couple of white shims. This is really flimsy, but I keep things like this because what I do is I have my die, right? So I put this, let me see, I cut it this way. So here's this. I put my paper like this. Let me get my plate. Let me get it all so I can show you. So here it is. This is mucked up too, right? So where's my gold paper? Here's my gold paper I cut it out with. So it goes like this. And I'm going to have it like this. And then I don't want when I run this through the machine, you see all the icky scoring, right? So to protect the gold foil from getting all of that, I just put a piece of plastic. It can be anything. It can be a piece of acetate, a window sheet, but you put that on there and it protects it. Now I have been using this same one for this purpose because it's super, super thin. I've been using this, guys, for over a year. You can see it's got some little, you know, score things on it, but pretty much it pretty well does protect it. So we're going to keep that out and put this back over by the die cutting machine. And I got my die cutting machine and it works great. So what do we need to do for this, since I haven't wrote anything down? We need to cut 1/2 of this to 5.5 by 4 by 5.25. I know this from memory, so just 1/2. So we're going to cut it to 4 by 5.25. I want to leave some of that blue, so we're going to take it from this side. Now I am not getting rid of this little strip here because y'all have seen me stamp those little sentiments, which we could do a little strip, even this right here in that purple. We could even do that to cover it up. Really pretty, right? So that's an option. We're going to keep that. I'm going to put that up there because that's an option. So this goes into the box of goodies over there. But this envelope needs to, I usually take 3.5 inches off of one end. Yes, so there's 3.5 inches, probably more. This one looks like that much. I'm probably going to end up taking more. So this envelope is going to have 3.75 inches taking off that one. This is going to leave the rest for me to use. And shaker bits. Okay, the glue has got to come out of the armpit. It's cold, but it should be warm enough. So let me get my sequence out. Shaker bit bag. Let's see, we have some of these. These are from Walmart. These are from the dollar store. And these are all those. I don't want the mixed bits because those are too many different colors in there. So let's see what colors we have. That's a little too dark. Oh, there's some purples. We want some of those. Guys, you know what these are, right? Diamond art. We have some of that color. Some of that. And I got all of these. I think that's the wrong color. Pink. Oh, that one's open a little bit. I think those are going to work. And then some sequence bits. All right. So I should probably, I'm looking, what do I have to put the bits in? Oh, I can use the teacup I haven't gotten ready for Aunt Carol for Mother's Day. So let's get my little spoon out. And I'm going to use these. I don't need a lot because I'm going to have a whole bunch of other things in there. So we're just going to add a little bit of everything in there. If I need to add more, I can always add more. It's like ink. Once I mix it together, I'm not sitting here separating it, right? That's just not going to happen, guys. Sorry, that's not happening. We want to put some gold in it, and there's gold, and I have some other bits. This one. Give it a little stir. That's really pretty. Not sure if that gold is what I want. The only other gold I have, let's see. I don't want that pink in there. I don't want that one in there. This is really good, but I would like some gold. So let's see. I have a pre-made mix, this one, and this has kind of shades of gold. So let's add a little scoop of this in there. Oh, that's going to do it. I think a little bit more of this. That brightens it up some. I wish I had just the one color I do not have is white, and I don't have, oh, wait a minute. I see some. I see a little tiny bag. Hold on, everybody. Gotta get up and get it. I'm gonna stick it in the other bag. This one we can just dump some in there. They're opalescent, kind of. That really brightens that up. That's a lot. I probably won't even use. Let's just, all right. I need to probably go on Amazon. Let's just put all of those in there. And then I'm going to put the entire mix in that little baggie. Look how pretty that is. And those little bits, all of these here were from the dollar store. And these little bits, these cling to everything, and I love that, but you don't need a lot of that because it will cling to everything. But there's my little shaker bits. Look how pretty that is. All right, so this, we're going to stamp some butterflies on it, but we need to look at our hugs. Now, hugs is going to go straight across here. I meant to put tear tape on this before I started this video, and I got sidetracked. It happens to me all the time. I'm telling you, if my mind would concentrate, I could win the lotto. I would be a genius. That was not my designation in this life. That is not what I was designated to be. Therefore, my mind does not do that. Oh, it does not want to concentrate that way. So I'm just going to add some tear tape to this so that it will stick to the front of the envelope. All right. We're going to need that bit. These are good to go now. Put those all over there. Give it a little rub down. We'll get it prepared. My hubby's so sweet. He's like, baby, he's like, I'm going to put up, we have a canopy, a really nice canopy that we use for Hank for going to his football games so that I don't have to sit in the sun. He's like, would you like me to stick that in the backyard? He's like, so you're not being bad out there. I'm like, yes, that would be really nice, but you'll have to anchor it down. So there's our hugs, right? Now we have our butterfly. So where is the butterfly? Hold on. I really like this big butterfly. Let's just take these out of here. That one, we're just going to do it like that. Isn't that pretty? I mean, you don't need to use, okay, so this is the butterfly we're going to use. And then we can do little butterflies. I'm trying to think of where the little butterflies are going to go. So let's cut that butterfly out so I know where it's going. We're having a look-see, guys, to determine where to put things. I wish they had more of these, but they didn't. So we're going to lose some. Remember, this is the window. So we're going to lose some of this. So the hugs is going to come down a little bit. And I wanted to stamp some butterflies in the background, some pink butterflies. And what pink do I have? I have polished pink. That's the color we're using. That's Petunia Pop. That's not polished pink. Where is it? Nope, 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 nope. Oh, come now. Where did you run off to? There it is. We're not even going to get the Stampin' Pierce mat out at this time. Oh, we are. We are. Did you think I wouldn't? Yes, I thought I wouldn't, but I am. All right, so we can put like 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, because we got to leave a border around. So let's do, this one is flying this way. I'm a little worried that that pink is, well, we're just going to go for it. So we're going to put one here. I'm going to give it a second. There we go. And then I want this butterfly down here. This pad's going to need re-inking down there. And then our wee little butterfly, maybe up here. But we are going to need one more butterfly. Which one? This one. So we have 5 in total. So we're going to scoot that up a little and put one like right here. And hopefully, oh, hopefully it's not like out of the norm. So let's get the inside stamped. So it's going to say hugs, and then of course we're going to do the thinking of you from. Let's stamp the butterflies in the back. Thinking of you, we're going to do hugs on the back this time. Why? Because we can, y'all. That's why. Because we can. Little butterfly there. On the front, we're going to do you are amazing. No, where's my other one? I don't see it. Oh, because it was sending my love. Trying not to make sure the envelope's not upside down. Would not be the first time I would do it that way, though. It's a little crooked. That's going to be okay. We're going to do this one. And then do the other butterfly. Right there. All right. We have envelope check. This is a landscape card. So let's do the thinking of you from the kit. Break the blocks apart because they were stacked on top of each other. So this time I've got to bring this pad. This pad needs re-inking desperately. So we're going to do it this way. Give it a second because it needs to soak in, because it needs re-inking. Definitely needs re-inking. I'm still trying to figure out where I can put color. So there's one. And here's one. All right. Look how faint that is. Yes. I'm going to... Usually I don't like to re-ink my pads until I'm all done, because sometimes they get super juicy. All right. Now let's go ahead and get this together, because we still have to figure out what to do with that down here. So this, we're going to glue inside this envelope. So if you've never seen me do this before, I've never used a envelope from the mail before, but it can be done. I'll have to be a little more watchful and careful when I open them. So I've got glue on everything. This is the bottom of my envelope. Oh, the only problem is this one is, usually this is open for me. So this time I'm going to have to be a little more careful. And I'm just going to slide this in there. Now I am sliding mine all the way in. There we go. Now, yep, that's all the way in. That's where I want it. So That's at 5 1/4. That's going to be perfect. So now I'm going to crease right up. Just going to fold it like that, right up to where I cut that card base. All right. Now we're going to cut this. We're going to miter it. We're going to take a little wedge of pie here and a little wedge of pie here. Now we're going to, I like to, you don't have to do this, but now I can cut away this excess piece here just with my scissors, just so it's not bulky. I can clean that up a little better. And this is when you put your goodies in there. But right now I need to figure out how to cover that up. So let's take a look at our options. So let's look at our hugs. Our hugs is going to go right here, right? Our butterfly is going to go right there. So we can flag. We would have to trim this down a little, which is okay, and do a little gold here and a little gold banner sideways. And I think this is going to be our best bet, is a little bit of gold. You could use gold foil. In fact, I could save that. Hold on, where's my gold? I have a little bits in my little folder here. Look there. There is a little strip. We are going to do a little flagging here and a little flagging there. So this piece is roughly 4 inches. We're going to do 2 strips and we got to trim this down. So this side is roughly a 1/2 inch. All right, so we want these to be the same. So we need it less than a 1/2 inch. Let's get rid of this. So 1/4 inch would work. We could, oh, can I cut straight 1/4 inch with this little tiny scrap? 1/4 inch. This is 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch would work. That would work. So we're going to have 1/4 inch. I need sticky something to stick that down with. Come on. I need Post-it note somewhere, anywhere. No Post-it note. No Post-it note. There's a Post-it note. We only need a little bit of one. Can't believe I was at the dollar store and didn't buy a Post-it note. So I am going to stick that right on top of it so it does not move. I'm going to cut it right there. And there I have me 1/4 inch. Now I'm going to cut this in half. 2 inches, and I am going to put this there so it doesn't move either. There we go. Now I have 2 wee little ones. Those are still good. There. This can be used maybe on something else. Now I have 2 1/4 inch by 2 strips. And we're just going to flag the 2 ends, and I'm going to do them separately. I'm just going to come up like this. And then there. There's one flag end. There's another. All right, so I am going to use tear tape for this as well. I'm going to put it right over there, right to the end. Ooh. Is it not long enough? Oh, my giddy heart, please be. Oh, it is just barely long enough to cover that. All right, so now on this one, we can put it directly on this piece. That little piece is still on me there. All right, so now let's stuff our goodie bits in here. Pardon my reach again. We're going to grab a nice little handful, a little spoonful. Nice. Want to make sure I get some of everything in there. Oh, love it. Oh, get back in there. And I have enough to do another. That's perfect. I think I want a few more little bits of these in there. I do. I think I want a little bit more. So I'm going to add a little bit there. I'd rather add a little bit at a time than too much. Oh, I was going to, oh well, I guess I'm going to do about the same in this one then. I was trying to get half in this bit and half in the other. That did not work out. As you can see, that did not work out very well. Okay, much better, much better. So now let's seal this up. So you want to make sure that it is sealed completely. So I'm gonna, you can tear tape it, glue it, however you have to do to make sure none of your little bits are gonna come out. That is well sealed. Look at all this. Look at all the wonderful stuff in there. Okay, so let's cover this up because all the glue is now very warm and it's going to start spewing out. All right, so we're going to take the tear tape off of our hugs. Now, you could do a thanks. You don't have to do hugs. I was just using this because I have it and it's recreating the hugs that came in the kit. Yes, I still have one that's from the kit, but I am, you know, I'm making my supplies last longer by using things that I already have. Can recreate them. Maybe some of you guys have this die. All right. Oh, I gotta find the butterflies. I have to find the butterflies. There's one there. They're very subtle, of course. Hugs. Now this big butterfly. I know from past butterflies, it's best to use the pokey tool. Stick that right there. That is Tia's little dog hair. Must have been on me. We do not want that on there. Now we need to apply this to our card. So we can do a few things here. We can sponge around everything or just sponge around the card base. I'm not sure yet. But we're going to sponge around something, and I've lost. You guys, my desk is a mess. Y'all, there it is. It was under the Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm like, I know I had the polished pink here somewhere. I know I did. And the polished pink sponge dauber, I had to pick up off the floor because it fell when I sat down earlier. There it is. Hold on. I want to give it a quick little clean off onto the towel. Okay, much better. So we're going to start by just something fingers, hand behind to support, right? All the way around. It's going to give it, instead of adding an extra layer back there, this kind of does it. Now we're going to take another look-see to see what we want to double it up. And I do. Of course I do, right? So we're just going to take it. And this is really thick because it has the card base in there as well. We might even, trying to think if I want to go in a little bit more around the edge of this layer, which I may. So let's see. I'm just doing little circles with the sponge dauber, blending it in a little bit more. Thinking about stamping some little butterflies, but I don't want to go crazy. I probably won't. Huffing on it. I'd be afraid of stamping. I was, now that I'm looking, I'm like, oh, there's room for butterflies on the side, but there's so much stuff in there, it wouldn't stamp correctly. So now we can close that up and glue this on to its card base. Then I just have to go over and write everything down in my book, so when the video's done loading, I can edit in. This is the editing I do. Yes, I have to go back and edit in the description part of the video the measurements of everything and what I used. So they are there, the measurements. Just click on the description part of the video and you'll find them. I'm giving it a gentle rub down with the glue. I don't want to push too hard. There you have it. There's our card. And where's my little envelope? So that's all she wrote, guys. That's it. And it is, yes, my daughter will be coming out here. Mom, we're going to need to leave. I'm like, yes, I'm done. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again here in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.